editing. Guten Tag. Don't know if I'm saying that right, but Brewfest is still going on.
Hi, everybody.
I am in Searing Gorge because there is not the raid.
Pet battle
There's
trainer.
no pet battle trainer in Dunmore. So I can't.
Or Lochmodan, or the wetlands.
Yes, I can't get my Brewfest battle pet on because there's no Brewfest battle pet trainer.
Which is unfortunate.
Yes. Anyways, my wife, who is behind on getting her Brewfest items this year, is currently playing Brewfest.
Hi.
But she is going to be doing her usual commentary as I battle some dragons. More like, well, whelps, actually. But
they're still classified as dragons, just big dragons.
They're dragonkin, yes.
And I am going to be fighting a bunch of very drunk Dark Iron dwarves. I did not almost say Dark Iron druids, because that's not a thing.
We have a green dragon, a black dragon, and a little red dragon that periodically throws a fireball in my pet's general direction.
That's adorable.
Yes. So we will be fighting Kortus Darkhammer.
Cute.
So let's start the battle here. I have switched out and gotten some humanoids to fight my dragons.
And humanoids are strong against dragons, huh?
Yes. As you can see with a little green arrow up, which means good for killing.
Type advantage.
Yes.
I believe the term is type advantage.
Yes.
Yet another thing they took from Pokemon.
Red dragon whelpling is already down. Green one is going to be going down.
I hope that everyone out there is having a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is.
May your day or night be joyful.
That's
so.
Okay.
Ooh. He did a little weather thing.
Darkness.
The black dragon, yeah.
Yeah, I think these
sadly,
are the strongest pets you've fought thus far.
Well, these are a level 15, so
yeah,
each area progresses kind of in level. But most of my pets that I battle are level capped at 25. So it's not until I get higher into the higher areas that I'll actually have some real competition. But right now, it's just to show you, the battle trainers, the master pet tamers, I should say. There's achievements for going through the entire list of pet tamers, doing all the battles in one day. There is an achievement for doing pet battles while having the plushie Elec in your group.
Yes, there is.
Yeah. There's lots of pet achievements.
Mm-hmm.
Oh nope, that's the guild stuff.
So, what kind of
pet battles? So there's collect, there's battle, and there's level. So there's all sorts of little. Oh yeah, there's Pepe.
Pepe is not a battle pet.
He is not.
Pepe is a little bird who sits on your head and can have different outfits.
He was introduced in Warlords of Draenor?
Yes.
He basically sat in your garrison in a tree, and you had to jump up and click on him So he would ride on your head for an hour. And then he has an achievement for basically doing all sorts of things while Pepe is on your head.
Fighting raid bosses, fighting dungeon bosses, I think going to different places. At this point, I might be talking out of my rear end. But
there's also, like I said, from the pet battles, there's collection from the belly of the jelly. Obtain a slimy companion pet in Nagitar.
I actually do know what that is. Because Hazelnutty Games did a video on how to get them.
Master of Minions, collect 1,000 unique pets, and then I'll receive another pet. Receive Hearthy. Mecha Safari. You gotta catch all of these types of pets on Mechagon. Nagitari Safari. It's just for somebody that likes to collect the little battle pets and do the little achievements. It gives them something to do. And there's also for levels. I'm pretty much gotten all the level parts done. But anyways, today we're going to be looking at dragon pets.
In honor of the dragons that we just shamed.
Yes. Well, they are little. They're only a level 15, and I am 10 levels higher than them. So, I mean, it's not a bad thing.
It's true.
Okay, so we're going to scroll down here. Are dragons up here? Dragons are up here.
And I will be making my commentary as I run around on the back of a ram.
Let me get over here. So the first one we're summoning is Ageless Bronze Drake.
That one I know quite well because I use that on my arcane mage. You actually
was it Legion? The Death of Chromie?
Legion, yes. 715 or 725, I forget.
Chromie is a little gnome that is actually a bronze dragon. Chromie is the only bronze dragon that takes a gnomish form as opposed to a blood elf. An elven form.
Or elven or humanoid. She likes to look like a gnome.
Most of them look like elves.
Yeah, in terms of bronze.
Okay, next up is the bronze proto-whelp.
The proto-whelps are what the proto-dragons, excuse me, are what the
dragons used to look like.
Dragons used to look and be like. They are more primal, aggressive, and you find them primarily up in Northrend.
Yes. Next.
Ooh, another one of my favorites.
We have a bronze whelpling. I have named this one Emily.
Roleplay reasons.
Yes.
Where do you get the bronze whelp?
Blessed Lands. It's a drop.
Oh, yeah, that was during the pre-patch thing, wasn't it?
The Iron Horde Blasted Lands.
Yep. During the pre-patch event for Warlords of Draenor, or rather Mists of Pandaria leading into Warlords of Draenor, you had a chance of getting one of these little ones.
Yes, because you got the Starlet...
Iron Starlet.
Yeah, the Iron Starlet toy for completing the quest chain out there.
And
but you had to get this little guy from a drop.
Yeah.
Believe me, there were people out grinding for this guy.
I think I ended up buying mine off the auction house.
Probably did. Probably did. Next up is the Celestial Dragon.
Oh, and he is adorable and also very fast.
Why are you facing that way? There we go.
This one comes out. This is the reward for an achievement called Littlest Pet Shop.
Yep, I think you basically have to collect a certain amount.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me. And there's a dwarf. A dwarf is not a battle pet. A dwarf is just short.
He's just walking around doing his path. There is a mount that matches this look that drops in Mogoshan Vaults.
Yes. Elgion? Hang on, I'm looking.
But
That was my phone.
I have not been lucky enough to get the matching mount.
Nor have I, and I have been grinding it for ages. Elegon.
Next up, I know it doesn't look like a dragon, but it's a dragonkin.
Chrominius, which drops from Chromagius?
Yes, drops
Chromagius, whatever. In Blackwing Lair.
Yep. And I believe you can actually tame Chromagius
as a
hunter pet.
As a Beastmaster hunter pet, because I believe it falls under the Chimera group.
But it is kind of cool to have matching battle pet and beast pets. But I used to use Chromius so much. One of my little powerhouses when fighting against certain types. But now I've branched out and do other such. Oh, must be standing to do that. Okay, summon. Apparently I kneeled to see. This is a dark whelpling. He is a drop from whelplings out in the wetlands.
Wetlands, Duskwallow Marsh, Badlands, or Burning Steppes.
Wherever these little guys hang out, you can go and kill them.
And people do that a lot.
For them to drop. I am pretty sure that I bought this little guy off of the auction house.
That's most likely where I got mine.
Some of these tend to be fairly expensive on the auction house because it's such a rare drop. Next up is
the Dream Whelpling, and that comes from
Pet Battle, the Emerald Nightmare.
When you beat Xavius in the Emerald Nightmare raid, it will take you to the heart of the Emerald Dream, and you can find some of these little guys wandering around, and you can battle them and catch one.
Yep, and that's what I did. Next up is another Proto-Whelp. This one is the Emerald Proto-Whelp. This one
Sholazar Basin
is a pet battle from Sholazar Basin. So
Northrend.
Yeah, Northrend. What a nightmare. This is Alice. Again, roleplay reasons.
The Emerald Whelpling, which drops from Noxious Whelps in
Feralis.
I've always called it Feralis.
Feralis.
Yet another one of those rare drops that you might be lucky and get it, but more than likely you're going to buy it off the auction house.
If I can't get them from pet battles, then I will usually buy them. because I'm not lucky enough to get a drop. Next up is Slinky. I call him Slinky because he kind of looks like a Slinky. He is an infinite hatchling.
And I believe he's a Mist of Pandaria time walking vendor.
Yes. So he is another little, basically, Pandarian dragonling. Cute little guy. He doesn't zip around like the others. He does spin.
Not as much.
He does spin when he's feeling like it. I don't think he's going to spin, though.
Yeah.
Next up is we have John.
Again, another roleplay name.
He is an infinite whelpling.
I believe you get those. Yep, the Caverns of Time.
Caverns of Time. I got him from Pet Battles.
Hello, Mr. Dwarf.
Yes, we're just going to have the dwarf walking. He's on patrol. Next up is another infinite drake. This one I named Toothless.
Why? You have two?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, infinite whelpling. Yeah, I have two. I have John and I have Toothless because
Roleplay reasons.
Reasons.
Okay. Oh, Little Taragosa.
This one.
This is a special one.
You have to... Your guild has to basically unlock her by doing certain things.
Someone in the guild has to complete the
Taragosa
staff of Taragosa's Rest, I believe, which is a long, drawn-out process, because back in Cataclysm, that was a legendary weapon.
Yeah, well, it's still considered legendary, but a lot of people now do it way after it's useful. Me. Yes.
And if someone in your guild has completed that quest line all the way to the end, you can go and purchase this little one from the guild vendor
for a whopping 1,500 gold.
Which isn't all that bad, I'll think.
No, it's not bad. So next up is we have the Nether Fairy Dragon.
Another one that she has two
Pet
of.
Battle, yes. Feralis.
I personally adore these little ones.
They are cute. They're just adorable. They're
so freaking cute and playful, and if you're a druid and have played through the Druid Order Hall questline, then you know exactly how adorably playful these guys can be.
Yes, and I do have two of those again. Certain pet battles require that I have
two of a certain pet, which is why.
Okay. This is Thomas. He is a Nexus whelpling.
Pet battle in Koldara, which is once again in Northrend. In case you couldn't tell by now, Northrend is pretty heavy with dragon lore.
And Titan lore.
Dragon lore, Titan lore. Yeah. Speaking of which.
Next up.
The Proto-Drake Whelp. Just the red one.
And this is from a mysterious egg. So you gotta open the eggs.
Where do you get the eggs?
I don't remember.
Oh.
I literally think that if I remember correctly, the eggs either drop off of a certain boss and you have to wait for them to hatch, and you either get garbage or you get one of these, or the eggs are on the ground. I don't remember.
I have no idea.
Chances are I bought this one.
Is that a dragon?
He is considered a dragon. This is Scaly.
That's a reptile.
He is still...
Sarlisk. Never mind.
Yeah. He is from the world event of Children's Week.
Which is why he's so small and so cute.
He is a tiny little Sorolisk, which is a dragonkin.
Yeah.
But he's cute. He's adorable. Next up is another Pandarian dragon, one of the first ones.
One of my favorites!
This is the Soul of the Aspects.
And
this you bought from the in-game shop.
yeah, this was
Yes, he likes to zip around.
years ago, and I believe this guy has his own mount counterpart.
Yes, there is a mount counterpart.
Heart of the Aspects?
I think so.
Also purchasable via the in-game shop.
If it's still available. They did remove...
If it's still available.
They did remove several mounts. They'll probably bring them back at certain times, but for the most part, they remove certain mounts.
To make room for new ones.
This little one...
The Spawn of Onyxia.
This is from a pet battle in Deathswallow March.
You can usually find at least one of these guys flying around just outside the entrance to Onyxia's lair.
Mm-hmm.
And
I, luckily enough, have also gotten the mount that drops off of Onyxia.
You lucky brat.
My wife, not so much. See, this is what happens. I'll get a mount that she wants. She'll get a mount that I want.
Yeah.
And such is life.
Mm-hmm.
Next up, we have the Stormborn Whelpling.
Now this one I remember.
This is a drop from the Stormwing Matriarch. This is a guaranteed drop. You kill the Matriarch. She's a rare out
in Stormheim, which is Legion content.
So the first time you kill her, you get this little guy. So this is an automatic drop. I loved it when they started to do with certain rares the automatic drops of certain things.
Yes, it made things so much easier.
Instead of having to grind the rares to get the drops.
Oh, it just made my jaw pop.
Okay, now for a little strange one.
That is a dragonkin.
Yes. Twilight Clutch Sister.
Drops from Valiona in the Bastion of Twilight raid.
Chances are I bought this one as well.
Entirely possible. Yeah.
I like her coloring, but to be truthful, they're kind of unsettling for me to watch.
Just a bit.
They're just... Okay. Now we got this little crimson cutie. This is a wild crimson hatchling.
Pandaria. Pet battle in the Jade Forest only when you are exalted with the Order of the Cloud Serpent.
Yes.
Mists of Pandaria did a lot with their own unique dragons and dragon lore.
The Asian style of dragons.
Yeah.
Mists of Pandaria is the Asian style of dragons, whereas everybody else is more of the Western style of dragons.
Mm-hmm.
And next up is we have
his golden brother.
Yes.
The wild golden hatchling.
So again, exalted and gotta catch him.
Exalted pet battle.
I have 2 of those, and then also
Jade.
The Jade.
I thought there was a blue one.
You have to get the blue one from somebody else. The blue one doesn't...
Not a pet battle?
No, I think it's a drop.
Oh.
Because I've looked.
I will look that up, because I'm not currently in the game, but
they are just
in the game.
So cute, and when they're excited, they do their little spins and jumps and everything.
Yes, they are so little.
Okay, and that was it for my favorite dragons. We'll save the other dragons for another time.
I think that's a nice slice of the dragonkin pie of pet battles.
There are quite a few more, but yes, I I love the dragons. The dragons are. I have to say that most of the dragons are my favorites. I do have a few favorites in the other groupings.
But she's got a thing for dragons overall.
Yes. I must say though, I think my favorite of all favorites is Kerbanog. I named it Kerbanog. It is the Darkmoon Rabbit. But
virtual cookie, if you know where the name comes from.
Yes, if you know where Kerbanog comes from and why this rabbit looks so much like its namesake, put down in the.
Are they cageable?
Yes.
And do I have one?
No. Well, don't know if I won one and give it to you or not.
I do. I do have one.
He only drops off of, during the Dark Moon Fair, you go to the island, there's a little cave where he spawns.
They need to make a hunter pet equivalent of this.
Then you have to get into a raid group because it literally takes a raid to kill this rabbit. If you know where this rabbit comes from, you'll understand why. But anyways, one person out of everybody has a chance of getting the rabbit. It used to be you rolled on it. Now it's all personal loot. So now RNG decides whether you get it or not.
Which is unfortunate.
I managed, the first time that I got into a group, I managed to win the rabbit. I was so happy.
There are rabbits that look like this out in Drustvar, except they look a little more possessed.
Yeah, and they're not tameable.
And sadly, they're not tameable, which miffed me royally.
But anyways, so that's my absolute favorite. And we are going to end here. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the subscribe and the notification bell so that way you can follow us whenever we post something. Also, leave a comment or hit the like button. Heck, hit the dislike button. I don't
have an opinion.
That's all I care about. Thank you. Guten night.
Really?
Forget what the nighttime one is. Well, Guten Tag again. And have a good one. I'm Lerdy.
And I'm Peaky.
And we'll see you next time.
Bye, guys.